look at those little combinations that we did in class today, we basically had 4 sections to it. First, a figure 8 section, then a walking with a hip circle section, then Maias moving forward, and then some roll downs moving back. So our first section with our figure 8s, remember our figure 8s in this case are in the horizontal plane, and I always go front to back with mine. For the 8 count, we're doing a right hip, 1, 2, left hip is 3, 4, right hip again is 5, 6, and then our 7, 8 is going to be an accent with our shoulder rolls. Remember, shoulder rolls are where our shoulders are kind of circling backwards, down and around, but in opposite with each other. So both going back, but at opposite times. Kind of a right, left for the 7, 8. Then the second part of it is that we're going to start with our left hip and do the same thing. So our left hip, our right hip, our left hip, and then our shoulder rolls for the 7, 8 accent. So one of those was turned a little bit more to the right, one was turned a little bit more to the left. That's our first section. The second section was one that was a little bit trickier. We were doing those walking hip circles, and I always tell you kind of get your circle going and then pick up your feet where it feels comfortable to start moving with it. Well, the thing that's tricky about this is that we're throwing in a little turn as we go. So as we're going to our right, we're taking our 1, 2, just straight that way, but then our 3, 4 has a little turn to the back. So we're not quite completing that circle because we're kind of fudging it as we go ahead and turn to the back. Now we're going to keep going that same direction that we were headed, but now that we're turned the opposite way, our hips have to move in the opposite direction. So at first, our 1, 2, 3, 4 was going in a clockwise direction. Our 5, 6, 7, 8 needs to be counterclockwise with our hips. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And to do a little accent here, we looked through our arm at the audience behind us, and we pulled that arm that was out in around our abdomen. Now we're going to go back to our other side, which had been our left when we were facing forward. Now it's our right again. So really in both of these directions, we are going right and then left. But to our audience, it looks like we're now going back to what would have been our left to start with. Anyway, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so once again, first of all, going to our right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to look behind us, and then to the right again, our turn, and to our left. Okay, so that one's a little tricky, especially with the way that the camera is going to be showing the direction and the mirrors and all of that. I know if you were in class, hopefully you can get that muscle memory of what we were doing there. And if not, you might just have to concentrate on one part of the image here, either the me that's looking at you or the me that's in the mirror, and try not to get too caught up in which way you're going. Okay, and then the last, actually the third part is that we're walking forward with Maias. Our Maias are where our hips are going in the vertical direction figure 8s. So when we walk forward with it, we're just kind of taking little baby steps forward. And for the accent here, we're doing a little roll up. So when I roll up, I tuck up my pelvis, I squeeze in my abs, and then I lift my chest. So we'll do a little right, left, right, roll up, and then a left, right, left, roll up. Now that we've traveled a little bit forward, we want to go back again to kind of balance it out. So we're going to back up with roll downs. Some people call this an Arabic when you're backing up and you're rolling down your body. So when I roll down, Starting with the chest, lifting up and inward. I'm gonna squeeze in the abs, and then I'm gonna drop the pelvis, because when we rolled up, we tucked it up. When we roll down, we're dropping it at the back. And it's gonna be 2 roll downs through the body for every step back. So like when our right leg goes behind, we roll down twice. And then our left goes behind, and we roll down again. And right, 2 more times, and left, 2 more roll downs. What our arms are gonna be doing as we're doing this is on the first 2 steps back, we're raising our arms, and then on the last 2 steps back, we're bringing them down. So we would step back with the right, start bringing our arms up, step back with the left, arms are all the way up, back on the right, they're coming down, back on the left, they're all the way down the side of our hips. And now we're ready to start back at the beginning as many times as we want to repeat it to this music. So let's see what all of that looks like to the music. We're gonna start with that right hip on our figure 8. Remember our shoulder roll accent, and then go to the left. Again, the accent. From our circles. Now we're going forward there, Maias. And rolling it up. We're backing up. We're ready to start all over. Starting over.